Hola, everybody, and hello. It's right before your lunch break, so maybe you'll get to watch this in after it's recorded, but on your lunch break, because I'll be in session on your lunch break, unless you're on lunch break now, which would be really kind of cool. But anyway, so let's do a little smudge, and everybody needs to get smudged. You know, we have that little star program. So if you dig what you see here, you can do a couple of cool things. Oh, yay, she's alive. You can send me stars. You can love this video. You can comment on this, what Cheyenne's doing for me today. And then, of course, share the video. And then if you don't follow me, follow me. Ooh, my whole, like that match that I was just using. Hey, let me give you my eye. Oh, yeah, like it like lit everything up crazy. So, but here's an extra smudging. You need some more smudging. Oh, tomorrow's your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Hey, Ethel, how are you? Okay, all right. So I got smudge burning over here. Got more sacred sage. So we'll just kind of let that go. Cheyenne, if you just send me your address on a text message me on my phone, I will send you some sage that you had mentioned to me. So just give me a text with your address, and I'll do that. And I got like sage burning everywhere here now. I'm like, shish. And I didn't bring like all of my stuff. Oh no. Okay. Anyway. Alright, so I'm not sure which deck I want to use. So I may end up like doing two. I don't know. This is the spell casting one, kind of earthy. And then, oh, where was the other one? That wasn't it. Oh, I guess it was. These are like two opposites. This is the one I'm feeling. Okay, so yeah, that one just helped me really quickly. Whew. No, because it was, I'm kind of like connecting in. I work all day. I work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow, Cheyenne. And then, no, and I don't, yeah, after a 12-hour day, oh, shoot, no, after a 12-hour day, no, I'm too old for that. Dang, that would have been fun. So we're using the spellcasting deck. Okay, so I'm just going to say a couple things. There's a lot. It's definitely Mercury retrograde, okay? As I had somebody come in and said, oh, I have a 9 a.m. appointment. And I'm like looking at my schedule, and there's not a 9 a.m. appointment. I had an 8:30, and I was with that client. So, all right, so there's the first couple of cards. Let's see. Before I start bending down and getting cards, we'll just... Okay. There we go. Dang, so they're kind of chatty here. I don't know. I kind of felt... I don't know. This card is like this deck. The energy with this particular deck has to do with... Okay. Damn. Okay. Let's go and see if we get one more pile. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, there's several. So, do you have a snack stick? Do you got your snacks ready? Okay, that's it. That's the last one. Okay. Alright, so, don't go away. I don't think there's anything cool on the wall, but hey, you never know what shows up, right? Alright, so, I have a handful of cards. Do you got your snack or your drink? Because this is going to take a couple of minutes. I got to put this sage out here. It's like going to get me in trouble. They're going to come down here and tell me to put my marijuana out. It's so funny. Well, I mean, it's not funny, haha, anymore, really. But yeah, they used to, when I would smudge with sage, they would come down here and tell me I needed to stop smoking marijuana in the building. And I'm like, no, I'm saging. Alright, so this is a time of creation, but I'm going to go take it a step further with the manifestation. So it is creation, but coming in a physical form. Coming in as a physical form. So there's a difference between creation and manifestation. Okay, in manifestation, we have a very specific intent. A very specific intent. And in order for that intent to fulfill, we have to be working with a specific energy or level of energy. So we're going in with this intent that what we're creating already exists or is now existing. All right, and then in creation, when we are creating, there is a little bit more of, and I'm going to say, a vibration of time frame and constraint. And in manifestation, you don't have that kind of constraint. Creation actually requires an action through something. So I could say I'm creating the sound, and then, or I can be, I'm manifesting it, and boom, it rings. Wouldn't that have been cool if it just rang? Yeah. Okay, anyway, so kind of getting us into that mind frame of manifestation. So it's as I will, it is. As I will, it is. So what are you manifesting? What kind of energy are you bringing in? Because this is an energy of manifestation. Now, this is a very interesting obstacle, because the obstacle here is healing. And what I'm seeing through here is that we have a really pretty intense need to focus on some healing. A lot of times, and what I'm getting in here is like focusing on self. Focusing on your own self-healing and bringing yourself into a balance of healing. And for whatever reason, I have these two oils over here that I have. Beauty is what I meant. Very cool. So you've already got to have in your vibration that beauty is already there. Okay, you are beautiful. I love the way you do makeup. I wish you would teach me how to put my makeup on all pretty like you do. I mean, she's just gorgeous. If anybody doesn't know Cheyenne, I was like, Cheyenne is just, she's just gorgeous. Anyway, so the two oils that I was working with today have been clarity and release, and I think that that's pretty interesting, considering that our obstacle card here is the healing. So this is about putting a little bit, our obstacle is it's kind of like putting your hand up and saying, wait just a second, let me check me. And you taking that vibration, that energy in, and in that you're going to focus. Your obstacle is, and it's really not a negative obstacle, I like this obstacle, is that you're going to do a little inner retreat and start taking care of yourself. And I'm looking at clarity and focus. And what does that mean? It means looking at things with greater discernment and understanding them, and then releasing what no longer serves you. So I was like, oh heck, that's why I was using that oil with this particular client today, and why I was like, no, I need to talk about this oil today. So what I really like here, what I really, 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 really dig here is that if healing was my obstacle, check out, I love it, check out what our help is. And it says commitment. And in this, what we're talking about in commitment is that we are actually able to follow through with our word, with the things that we say we're going to do, especially when it comes to ourself, me, you. In your situation, when it comes to you, you're going to finally put yourself as number one in that priority. And that commitment that we're able to follow through with the things that we're saying that we're going to do. One thing that I like about kind of like my spiritual practices or my spiritual beliefs is that I believe that every day is a new day and that we can begin anew every single day. So if we fall off the wagon today, guess what? We have a new opportunity tomorrow to get back up on that wagon and take care of ourselves and be good to ourselves, and then in turn being able to be good to others. So we got a lot of really good, cool energy coming in, and not too much in the obstacles. And we're finally going to give ourselves some attention. But let's see what actually starts to wrap in with the energy. I think this is a very interesting card here. It's the willpower card. But what I'm getting as my vibration or my understanding, my interpretation, whatever way you want to look at it, what I am seeing is your willpower being tested. Something trying to, and I'm getting like push the limit, push the limit, cross a boundary, see how far you will bend before you break. Seeing how far you will bend before you break. All right, so we've got all of this good stuff that's coming up in our energy. And it's funny because the healing part was our obstacle, but it seems that our obstacle really isn't an obstacle, but just a detour. And that detour is kind of seasoning us so that when we get that, when we're in that situation that our boundaries are being tested, we're actually going to be able to respond with compassion. And I know that that sounds kind of weird in many ways, because often I think we have a misconception what compassion means. Compassion doesn't mean run all over me. Compassion means do things in love. Do things with love. Do things, and sometimes love's got to be a little bit of tough love. So there's, some different meanings behind all of that. But we're actually going to be able to take this time and do things and respond to that pushing of our boundaries, pushing the limits. We're going to be able to do that with love, and I'm getting the word grace. With love and grace. I'm like, it's kind of weird. It kind of reminds me of a mix between if Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz had a son, what would he look like? Yeah, because it's like, shit, it kind of looks like Lisa Bonet, which you all know that her and Jason Momoa broke up. And that kind of reminds me a little bit of Lenny Kravitz. All right. You know what? All's well that ends well. And that was exactly the phrase that came up when I saw this card. So it's like, regardless of whatever strife, the pushing of our boundaries or trying to cross the limit with us, regardless of anything that's associated in with that, we actually stay pretty positive and pretty upbeat and not even, and I'm like, we don't even miss a beat. Something that's just, it's like, we probably could have even overlooked it and not even paid attention to any of the disruption. And it wouldn't have affected us either way or in anything different. So this is a really kind of cool card. It's like, regardless of what's dished out to you, regardless of what is dished out to you, you're going to be able to handle it and still, like, and I'm getting, and still wear a smile through there. Now, this is an interesting twist because, everything's been pretty much, even in the obstacle card, has been pretty much a positive, upbeat vibration. It's going, oh yeah, they're going to test your boundaries, but you're going to be okay. You got that smile on your face. What actually is the discernment, that intense level of discernment, that clarity, is that we really start to see where our allies and our enemies, and I'm getting the word lie, not lie as in not telling the truth, but lie as in positioning, like I lie down, she lies down. That in this we start to get a clearer, or get clarity in who are our allies, our tribe, our vibe tribe, and who is not. What I love about this final energy, that this is about boundaries and definitions and creating what I'm going to call a rules of engagement, and meaning in this that as we start to feel this liberty, and I'm getting liberty, and it's always nice to know where you are in the middle of a vibration or energy, a connection, a relationship or whatever. It's like, I like to know where we are in this. And that's what this weekend energy is going to be about. It's going to be about figuring out, or learning, discerning where you are in relationships and places and people and your work, your home, everything that's all enclosed in through there, who you are. And in that, you're going to have some boundaries that are going to be tested, and you're going to be able to come into that with intent, with great intention and understanding, and being able to make really good choices through that. Lesson learned is that you will know who your enemies are, and I hate to say it like that, who your friends or your vibe tribe, and even a little bit on the frenemy, because that does exist. So, but you're still going to wear a smile and have grace with it, because I get a lot of positive, upbeat, good information and vibration and feeling on that. It's like, no matter even if it's what's yucky news, you still feel on top of the world. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. So do me a favor, Don't forget, comment where you're from. Or if you have any other comment you'd like to add in, I'd love to hear from you. Like or love, the little heart. And then share so more people can hear what we've got to share with each other. So peace, love, and harmony. Talk to you soon.